What's going on, my haves and have-nots family, man? Listen, we had a thriller last night. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Everybody like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Man, look at here. I don't even know why I want to. It was just, I got to start with my girl Veronica. So this episode, the end of the episode, Veronica, she pulled up, to David's house. Now, of course, she's smarter than anybody, any other character on the show. She pulled up on the road, she didn't pull in the driveway, she didn't touch his grass, and David had just got his car from calling Kyle to let Kyle know to reach out to Jim so he can, do that favor for him, etc., etc. So David got the car, Veronica pulled up.
Get off my property.
And Veronica was like, this private property, sweetie, like, you can't tell me to leave what's not yours. So David tells security,
remove her.
Security was like, sir, she's not on your property. We can't do that. So, the entertaining part for me was when Veronica pulled out that big old air horn, or whatever y'all call them things, that, bell cow horn or whatever. And she said,
David, you ain't nothing but a punk ass, bitch ass
nigga. And I just, it melted my heart. She made me so proud because David just get on my nerve. Like, nothing he does, for himself, neither that little Jeffrey, it's productive. So then, he gets upset. He mad at security because they won't remove her. Jeffrey, not useless behind, come outside. He come outside like he gonna do something. Dad, let's go. Let's just leave her right here, Dad. Let's go. So David go inside. He go upstairs. He go into his safe, pull out 2 red folders. And he told Jeffrey, this ends here. This ends now. He says, you stay here. I'm finna end this. And David goes downstairs, and of course Jeffrey follows. And like, Jeffrey just so damn useless. He gets on my damn nerves. Like, what good is Jeffrey? He ain't gonna shoot nobody. He ain't gonna, make a move. Like, he ain't no shot call. Like, he just useless. So David goes downstairs to talk to Veronica and tells her, I'm willing to, send all of us to jail to protect his son. And Veronica said, Negro, you think you the only one with some cases? Like, you think I don't got nothing on you and Jim and etc., etc.? And she said, you make a move first, and then I'm gonna make a move. And this what pissed me off about it, because she's the thinker. It's crazy she act on this show, and I know it's a TV show, but she already know David had those files. You'll be a fool to think Veronica don't got, some on David, some on Jim. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a fool to believe that. You'll be a fool to believe she didn't come over there starting all of this, just for her own entertainment. This is probably what she wanted him to do. Because the goons that she sent to kill him, they failed. So, this her next plan, and that's what be killing me about the way they be moving when it comes to Veronica. She already thought this thing got 2 and 3 steps ahead of where you are. And the fact that they can't see that, it's ridiculous. So, saying that to say, David picks up the phone, calls DA George, tell George, hey, come see me. I got some interesting information about my wife. Then he calls Marty and say, give me a meeting with Catherine. I'm sure that what I got can help get her out. And then he go back in the house like he done something. And Madison, little naked ass, looking out the window, butt booty naked. And and then Veronica picked up the air horn again. It was
like, neighbors, I just want to let y'all know that it's cheap, punk ass, bitch ass niggas staying in y'all neighborhood, and y'all seen, whooping,
Y'all know I love me some Veronica. You know, I do. It's just something about her toxic behind that I just love. But needless to say, she the reason I'm still invested in the show. So anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about this Jim got Hannah calling him Mr. Jim. Now, excuse me, the show picks up, where it left off last week. Jim on the phone talking about something, kill him, and Hannah in there begging. And of course, Candace said, "Why don't you beg that nigga? Like, he want his money." And I really don't even want to talk about it too much because it's just gonna really make me upset because Hannah, I guess my thing with Hannah is she came down to the hospital so big and bad. And I do understand that this is her son we talking about. This is her favorite child. This is the child that she, rejoice over, that she's proud of, and he ain't got no job or no income or nothing, but she loved him to death. She came down to the hospital so big and bad, she was gonna get answers. She was gonna get him to give her back, what his name? Benny. And then when Jim picked up the phone, cause see, like, and I guess I understand, but this is what Candace, I felt like, given the wasted episodes that Tyler gave us with Candace trying to change and Hannah embracing the new Candace and all of those things, I felt like Hannah should have leaned on Candace a little more in this situation. And let me tell you what I mean. Here's the thing. Y'all know, and I know, if Jim kills Benny, what leverage does he have? Just like Candace is trying to tell her mother last week, we got to keep, like, we have the leverage. Like, we know he has Benny, but it's like he broke. He broke. They would not have the leverage if Jim had money. Because then it would just be like, you just got what's mine, I want mine. But Jim is broke. And the fact that Candace working with Mitch, I'm pretty sure Candace already know he broke. And I take it a step further. Hannah know he broke because Catherine then told her that Jim done ran the money and the only reason why he's still there is because he don't have any money. So, saying all that to say, Candace left. Her and, Mitch told Candace, like, look, my people got the license plate. We got the address. We're going to send my people in to get him. Just give us 15 minutes. Hannah blowing up Candace. Candace, where you at? Where you at? I'm finna call the police right now, Candace. And Candace answered the phone, said, I'm at the bank. We finna get the thing situated, etc., etc. So, Hannah go back in the room. And even before that, I couldn't take too much of the whole Mr. Jim. He just kept telling her to call him Mr. Jim. And for me, it showed that he didn't have leverage. He was just enjoying the moment way too much. There was no leverage on Jim's behalf. The fact that he making this woman like, nah, if you got my $8 million, you can call me whatever you want to. Whatever you want to, just make sure my $8 million get back in the bank account. That's all I'm asking. So, while Candace and Mitch waiting on Mitch people to go in, she see the newspaper, and they ain't really too much touch on the newspaper article, but Mitch told her, it's a great article, making her look good, etc., etc. But listen, Hannah, the fact that she was in there saying Mr. Jim. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. Now, Tyler would have had me if he would have had Jim tell Hannah to get on her knees and call her Mr. Jim. Now, I know what y'all thinking. We don't need that slave-like behavior. But my thing is, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to give it to me, Tyler, give it to me. Go and give it to me now. Don't tease me. Go ahead and give it to me now. Go and make Hannah bad and get a son back now. Because this Mr. Jim thing, it wasn't enough for me to just be like, see, this is what I'm talking about. So anyways, later Jim calls Lloyd at the bank, asks if the money been transferred, and of course it hasn't. And he make a call and tells whoever to shoot him, and we hear some gunshots. And basically, we all know what's gonna happen next week. Mitch people gonna arrive in there just as Jim on the phone. They gonna shoot the guy who kidnapped Benny, and that's the gunshots we gonna hear, and yada yada yada. All right. So anyway, moving on. Marty goes to visit Catherine in jail. But before Wyatt is going back and forth with Catherine, talking about some, he glad he killed the SOB, just being Wyatt. And as I was watching this episode, and as the episode went up, we heard the gunshots, I said to myself, Tyler Perry ain't gonna kill none of these children off, because we all know Wyatt and Jeffrey, one of the two, preferably, Jeffrey for me. But they should have died a long time ago. And the only reason why I say preferably Jeffrey for me is because I can see a war between Veronica and David. I definitely can't see no war between Jim and Catherine. So Wyatt, as much as I hate him, his storyline is irrelevant. He dumb. We can keep him, but like I said, I can't see him, Catherine and Jim going back and forth. But Marty shows up, visit Catherine, lets Catherine know Jim is alive, so she calmed down. But then he delivers some bad news, saying that Jennifer Silas' family is planning to sue her, and they could take everything, and with the evidence the DA has and the young lady that Jim had, the still evidence was going to testify. It's enough evidence for them to actually win the suit. So he advises her to find someone that she trusts to, sign over all of her, value, real estate, bank accounts. We all know it's gonna be handled, which is why this Jim situation is crazy. So, and she is confused. She's just like, really? They can really win. And obviously it's her first time on the other side of that fence, other side of jail. Those bars. She ain't really thinking about it all the way. But look, Marty just letting her know what's up. And so we'll see what comes of that. And even more, let's just say Benny do get shot next week. How great would it be for Hannah to be over the finances and Jim still not have his $8 million? Benny has been, rescued. Now Jim is looking like, what the I'm gonna do? Like, that would be great. That would be great. But we're gonna see what Tyler do. So also Roderick, the little boyfriend, want to come visit Catherine, and of course they told him he can't, and Marty say he'll try to get a message to him. Marty gonna try to set him up. We can already feel it. So anyways, moving on. Madison, Madison took Jeffrey home, and Madison was like, okay, well, I'm about to get ready to go home, and Jeffrey was like, why don't you come in? And Jeffrey, old punk ass, you want Madison to come in so he can see what mommy did. Look, mommy tried to shoot me. Mommy tried to shoot daddy. Look, Madison, look at those bullets. Mommy did that. It's the only reason why he wanted him to come in. So then he comes in, they sit down, and what the boy named Madison gives him some type of words of wisdom, telling Jeffrey he need to get away from his toxic parents, that he's too dependent on them. He need to get a job and get his own so he can get away from it. He's just like, I'm trying. And I used to work for my mom's, such and such thing. And Jeffrey, that's what's wrong with your ass. You so goddamn dependent on them to the point where you feel like, you can't even retaliate how you need to because you so dependent on them. So Madison gets a little alert or whatever the case is, and tells, before then, Jeffrey was just like, I'm just getting comfortable with being gay, and Justin was my first, and it was just so thrilling and exciting and fearful. And Madison was just like your parents. And he was like, no, not like them. And Madison was just like, yeah, that's why you like that fool. So I'm glad they didn't get too much into that, because Jeffrey, bro, you been knew you was gay. You've been looking at Wyatt since season 1. You know what I'm saying? I forget how him and Justin even became a thing, but it is what it is. But Madison, he gets an alert. The alert basically saying that it's been a wreck or something, and Track about to be crazy. And Jeffrey immediately say, you can go up to my room and take a nap. And at first, Madison was just like, Madison go up there. He was like, okay, I'm finna make a move. Madison, he's talking about some, I can't sleep in my scrubs. All right. take them off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got a t-shirt. If you can't sleep in a t-shirt, then you know, then you got the undies on, you know. And excuse me, this man then got butt booty naked in this man bed. And I'm just like, Tyler, you better not. I'm just like, bro, you better not. And then he invites Jeffrey to get in, like, you tired too? And Jeffrey, you know, he didn't want to give in no temptation, but when he left outside that door, he was like, whoo, boy, that one fine white boy. But, yeah, you know, I'm just, and he up there naked the whole time. Jeffrey go back and forth like, bro, if you want it, just go hop in the bed and get what you want, bro. Like, you know, we ain't judging, you know what I'm saying? We just don't want to sit on national TV, that's all. And, you know, and then Veronica come and Madison at the window, butt booty naked, and Veronica poking jokes at him too. So it is what it is. And George, last but not least, George goes to the county jail to visit Wyatt, and Wyatt wants to get out, talking about something, I have immunity, and George trying to explain to this dumbass boy that you got immunity for, you know, the hit and run and whatever else he doing. Wyatt don't get it. Wyatt feel like immunity means I'm untouchable, and George just like, bro, you got to stay in here, you got to do time for this one. And Wyatt was just like, well, if you don't get me out, I'm not going to testify against my parents. And he was just like, fine, I got enough. I got what I need. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they'll keep Wyatt in jail for, you know, about 5-6 episodes, you know what I'm saying, and he can go crazy, etc. But that's pretty much it for this episode, y'all. To me, you know, the highlight of this episode was obviously Veronica doing what she do best. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. So other than that, though, I mean, that was pretty much it. I love when she picked that air horn up and say, you old punk ass, bitch ass, nigga. But yeah, man, you know, Jim, this whole Mr. Jim situation, Hannah, you know, next week she gonna put them hands on him. Okay, you know, we're gonna enjoy that too. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all today, man. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode in the comment section below. If you're new, subscribe, like, share, comment. You know the vibes. Happy Wednesday. We out of here. Peace.